Alrighty guys, today we are looking at a Chevy 1500 Silverado. This is the 5.3 liter V8. You can notice by just looking at the headlights here. Now these engines are prone to having some issues, and one issue that we're looking at today on this 5.3 liter Vortec motor is replacing the oil pressure switch, or better known as the oil pressure sensor. This is located on the back of your motor, on the top of the block, right behind the intake. And what you'll essentially, just to get started, you'll need to remove this cover. It's very important to do that. And of course, I think this was a 5/16. See if you can see it clearly there. No, it's not focusing too well. But you need a 5/16 just to remove the cover there, and it's not too hard. Now, once again, this is the sensor itself. It's not fine threaded or anything. What you'll need to take this off is a 1 1/16. That'll be a long socket. You also need about a 10-inch extension. You don't want to go above or below that too much, just because you'll run into hitting the bottom of the motor right there, or if you go too high, you'll hit the firewall. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to go ahead and get up there, and then I'll show you how to go ahead and remove this, and providing any further clarification of properly uninstalling and reinstalling this oil pressure switch. Alrighty guys, so I went ahead and got on top of the motor. Once again, this is where the cover would go. This is where it would tie into. As far as putting it back on, that's where the bolt would be. As you can see, I already got the ratchet on there, as well as the extension. This is about, I think about 11 inches that I have here all together. Once again, it's the tools that we're using today is a 6-point long socket. That is a 1 1/16, as well as we need about a 10-inch extension, and then any size ratchet, of course, will do. Regarding this, so I went ahead and got it loosened here. Of course, you just go ahead and turn it left, as I'm doing right now. That will loosen it. One thing I did notice as I was taking this off, maybe just depend on your socket, but there's another little clip back here that connects up to another sensor. And what you need to do, it looks kind of similar to this right here, and what you need to do is just go ahead and take that off, because that may appear to, you may appear unscrewing it, but you might not actually be on the sensor itself, because this is in the way. And it did give me some trouble where it was not giving too much give, so I was assuming that I was unscrewing it, but as I noticed that this was not unscrewing, I looked back there a little further, and I noticed that there's something in the way. So just keep that in mind. Just a little trouble that I ran into. It may not happen to everybody, but it's just a good idea to keep in mind. I can see if I already had a little trouble of unscrewing it by looking at my hand here. But let me just continue unscrewing this here, and then of course we'll go ahead and compare the two. And if I can, I'll best show you the back of the motor right here to give you a proper visual. Here's a good look, real quick look here. See if you can turn on the flashlight. I already got the socket on top of it, and then of course I'm just unscrewing it, as you can see there, regarding that. So it's just already coming on out. I'm going to go ahead and continue screwing this myself, and then after I remove it, I'll give you another look here so you can properly see what I've been speaking about this whole time. Alright guys, so I went ahead and removed it. Let's see if we can go and get a good look back there. That's where your oil pressure switch goes. See that clip to the top right there? It's a little bit to the left. That was what was in the way. I just unclipped it from that little black thing that you see right next to it. Is pretty much where that wire, I'm trying to lean it towards, right there. And then as well as, this is the old sensor that we are replacing, and let's go and get the new one here. Compare the two. As you can see, the one on the right is the new one. The one on the left is. One thing I first noticed off is that this was a little worn right here. This little bearing, or not bearing, this little washer deal right here was a little worn, so that may be causing trouble, as well as some of the silicone. It seems like it's just coming off. But yeah, moving forward, we'll go ahead and just reinstall this here. As you can see, it just clearly goes into that little hole right there. Let's get that sensor, get back in there, and just pop it back in there like such. I'm going to pause the video so I can get this back on there, and then we'll go ahead and continue further to get this tightened and screwed back on. That's the new sensor put on there. I'm going to go ahead and clip that thing on back to the left there, as well as completely tighten up the sensor and put all the goodies back together. One thing, if I did not bring to y'all's attention, this is the clip right here that goes on top of the sensor. As you can see right there, it has this little deal right here, like any other clip. That's a sensor that's on your motor. Just make sure you move this up when you first remove the sensor, and moving forward, once you clip that, it should just pop right off, and then it's the vice versa of putting it back on. And then moving forward, you should have no trouble just taking this off if you use the proper tools.